RTA. And it's time to check my load. Another Caterpillar 650M. Like I mentioned before, these seem to be pretty popular in Canada. And when you develop a routine, it's not that hard to load them, except it was raining and I had to wait. I think they were swapping axles or something. And I was sitting at the Caterpillar there. Disconnected everything, you know. Prepared my chains, and no, nothing. Probably waited over an hour. And I put this one over here. You know, I thought this was coming without the bucket, and then the guy shows up eventually and he has a bucket, everything. Well, all the chains are good. Just need to I need to take out the key from the machine. By the way, here's what it looks like, right? Inside. I like the cap on these. It's pretty, lots of, like the visibility is amazing, you know, because you sit so high and you can look straight, you can look this way, you can look this way, you know. Oh, they even give you this one. Well, I'm gonna hide the key because I got my own. And these are, oh yeah, wait a second. So this one has a steering wheel. Okay. I forgot. I think they all have steering wheels. Okay, yeah. There was another one with joystick. So maybe it's an option. Yeah, because I remember there was a thing over here, like a support on my left, and there were joysticks. Well, what is this thing here? Oh wow, the windshield is, see? Huh. The windshield is made out of 3 pieces, and that's where they are connected. Side one and this one. I guess this saves them money. In case, because you know, these machines operate in harsh environments, so lots of rocks flying. What? Huh. What? This is a cat, right? How come my key does not fit? Alrighty. This is interesting. Someone was mentioning aerodynamics. So I always do this. I always flip mirrors, not just for aerodynamics. I see that lock is in place to prevent articulation. So yeah, flip the mirrors not just for aerodynamics, but in case, you know, rocks fly off the road. And this time I got a bucket which sticks out more, so I put flags on the end of the bucket instead of typical 2 tires. So I got 1 tire, and I couldn't find my long cables, so I had to use this stupid method. I hate dealing with these bungee cords, but that's what most guys use, right? And it works. Doesn't cost you anything, right? So it's cheaper than cables for sure, but cable is like neater. And like I showed in another video, another way is to put it somewhere here, but now it would not work here because it's too far in. But on this side, yeah, somewhere here, you can just undo this cap, and if your flag has a big enough hole, you can put it right in there. So anyway, another exciting Caterpillar load. Yeah, and I was there this morning after I delivered that Dodge Ram. These guys stopped loading at 2:30 p.m. So I did make it. So I was there this morning, got loaded, and now I'm on my way back to Canada. Boys and girls, you're in for a treat. I never tried yet this iron on my head when I'm driving, but first I just want to show you my dash when the engine is working. So so over there, that's my lights, right? See, when I turn my lights on, it turns black over here, like the color is reverse. And So starting from left to right, so this is my manifold pressure or turbo boost. So very important when it's somewhere here at 10, that means I have a good fuel economy. 40, of course, that's I'm climbing a hill, no fuel economy. And another thing over here, load, it says load and percentage. That's percentage of the load on the engine. And when it's under 64%, there'll be $2 signs in here, meaning that it's more or less fuel efficient. But in my experience, it can be as bad as 5 miles per gallon. You'll still see that, but basically what that load gauge does is help you to control, you know, maybe downshift when you see the load percentage is too high. So if I downshift on a going up on a hill, the load percentage goes down, you know, so which is pretty cool. So of course here I got my outside temperature, RPM, and I got, this is digital, this is analog, and that's my speed in kilometers. Over here it's speed in miles. And this is my DEF gauge, this is my fuel gauge, and engine oil pressure. And oh, and another over there, very important, is exhaust pressure. So I mean temperature, exhaust temperature. If I'm climbing a big hill, I keep an eye on that one, so it's not going over, let's say 8. What is that? I think it's like 8,000, no, 800 F, right? Basically a red is over here, but even if it goes to 8, that's already pretty bad. And over here that's my wipers. I don't touch this one, that's DEF. This is my heated mirrors. This is the mirrors, I can adjust them. Now this is the lift axle controls. This one, if I pull it, that deploys the axle. And here, oh, and I can feel it, right? So I don't need it now, so I lift it up because I'm gonna turn, and this adjusts the pressure. Oh, and that's another thing over here, it's my fifth wheel air suspension, which roughly tells me how much weight I have on my drives. And over here we have the cruise control on off, you see, and I can do like this. I can adjust it, so now it's 800 RPM over there. And a cool thing is that when I have my cruise control on, there'll be here a cruise target. Will show the speed. Now there's no speed, right? So let's say I'm driving at 60 miles per hour, you'll see, and my cruise control is set, and I always drive with the cruise control on unless I'm somewhere in the mountains. So you'll see the number here, and so the ECM, the computer, will try to keep that speed, you know, at that number. But what's cool is that I can click this one, exhaust brake, and unfortunately in the Mac there's only 2 positions, high and low. My International had 1, 2, 3. One was you know, like very light, and then position 2 on the International was like low here, and position 3 was like high. So I wish the Mac had maybe high, medium, and low. So, you know, just add low and rename low into medium, because low is, even low, it's already pretty strong. And another cool switch over here, this one, this is adjust the brake target. Over here on the cruise target, you'll see the speed brake target, so I can adjust when the exhaust brake applies automatically. When I go downhill, if my speed goes over 60, let's say 61, 62, boom, it starts applying, and I can adjust it like this, low or high, right? And that's how you increase and decrease that braking target. So very cool. I don't have to touch anything. And if I touch the brake when this is on, let's say I'm on cruise control, I touch the brake pedal slightly, the cruise control gets turned off, and this starts applying. So let's say if I'm driving and someone jumps on the ramp from the right somewhere, and like emergency situation, and I'm pretty heavy, just right now I'm what, at 88, basically 90,000 pounds. So as soon as I hit the brake, boom, I start slowing down. Very handy. And that's my flashing lights on the roof, and the switch for the trailer is on the back. What else? And that's my fan and my air conditioning, and that's to recycle the air inside, keeps it cooler, but also the wind. See, the windshield starts fogging because of this, because it's been raining whole day today. All right, let's hit the road. I'm gonna be in Ann Arbor tonight, and that's 52 kilometers from Ann Arbor, and right now this is a rest area near Jackson, Michigan. And we are cruising at 58 miles per hour, and my brake target is set at 60, which is, well, the road is pretty bad here, getting closer to Detroit, so I'm not gonna rush. So that's what it looks like driving a big truck from the driver's, from a driver's point of view. You see my cruise control is on. My lights are on. This is Jackson, Michigan. And I just have to remember not to move my head too sharply, otherwise you guys are gonna get sick. Big truck coming from the left. What is it? Peterbilt. Alright. I see lots of these recently. You know, this new model of Peterbilt. It's pretty popular with fleets. That's what's gonna happen. And that's why I slowed down, because I saw a sign said slow merge ahead. Well, better safe than sorry. And the guy was ready to jump right in front of me. See, because they do that before they look in the mirror. You know? So once again, that's what they call it. Safe driving? No. Defensive driving. And now I just click the top button to resume. And that's it. I can take my foot off the throttle, and the truck will try to maintain 58 miles per hour. And then the Jake is on. The road is pretty bad here. So once again, this is Jackson, Michigan, and you can see it on the GPS over there. How is that? That's not too fast, is it? Alright. Now you see the load on the engine is 100%. So that's when I can do this and downshift. You see how the load goes down, and I see those signs. But I have to switch off the engine brake, otherwise as soon as I hit the brake to cancel the cruise control, the brakes will apply. Because someone was asking me, why are you always touching this? That's why, because it applies automatically. So now my speed, let's see, I need 1500 RPM. And we're going from 8 low to 8 high. Release throttle, boom. Well, I'll just wait with the cruise control, because, see, I look at the GPS, I'm still inside that urban area. I often check that to, you know, gonna be traffic. Well, it looks like I'm out of it. So now we can apply resume the cruise control, activate the Jake brake, and we can relax and enjoy the weather and the scenery, and just think some pleasant thoughts about what? I'm guessing my next paycheck probably. Wow, look at this. Oh, I don't need that one. I was loading today. It was raining. After I was done, I had to change all my clothes. Everything was wet, even my socks. Okay, exit 142. That means that I'm 142 miles from the Indiana border. And the load is again 100%. But normally I don't downshift unless the RPM goes too close to 1200. I don't want to, let's say if I see 1225, 1230, I downshift. But right now it was still staying strong. Wow. Okay, better start my windshield defogger. But that's it. So I just wanted to show you guys that's what my gauges look like when I'm driving. The speedometer. That's what I see when I'm driving. Okay, let me show you this. What is it? Freightliner Classic passing us on the left. Now my speed is 58. The speed limit for trucks here is 60. Now what do you think this guy is doing? I'm guessing 65. And the limit for trucks, for cars is 70. So drivers here, car drivers, often get very impatient with trucks because, of course, they all drive 5 to 10 miles above the speed limit, so they're doing 80 and we're doing 60 if we're lucky. You see, right now I'm going uphill, I'm doing 57. This is very dangerous. Lots of states stopped doing this, setting different speed limits for trucks and cars, because this is dangerous. It creates a speed difference. It should be the same. Like make it 65, make it 70. Like if someone is crazy and to be driving a big truck at 70 miles per hour, let them drive. Wow, this is gonna be one cool movie. So, look at this guy. No signals, just jumps in front of me. And one thing I have to look out for, often people, they drift into my lane. When they pass me and I see a guy turn his head, his car is here, his minivan, he turns his head and starts talking to his wife or his kid in the passenger seat, and his vehicle starts drifting. So I had to signal, apply my air horn. Like, what the heck? Why would you turn your head when you're next to a big truck? But that's what a lot of people do, Or they talk on the phone, and because once they pass me, there's like an air that hits them. So very dangerous. You always have to watch the cars on your left.